I normally don't talk about my dreams, but this one was so stupid. I was on the highway behind like an open dump truck and it had four abuelitas in it. Had like four Mexican old women in it. And I knew that they were about to rob a bank because, you know, in dreams, you just know things. So I called the cops and I let them know, hey, some stuff's going down. You guys need to send some people out to the bank over there. And the cop told me, we can't do anything about that. And I was angry. So I said, well, I guess we just need more vigilantes, don't we? And the cop said, yeah, I guess so. So I went, I got my Batman suit on. Because I'm Batman in this for some reason. So I show up to their house. I know where they live, and I follow them in, and it's four little abuelitas, and I immediately start throwing them into the ceiling. Like I throw them, and they bash the ceiling. Like they're these those AI videos of the chiropractors. It's just like that. So they fall to the ground, and they're laying there looking up at me, and they're terrified. They start speaking to me and like tell me to stop, and one was like, "Lo siento, mijo, por favor." I waited for a second because I'm not a monster, and then they all pulled out rosaries and started like praying while laying on the ground, and I was like, "It's okay. God loves you, and I love you too." This is right after I just smashed their ceiling with them, and they're laying on the ground, beaten up. I learned that there was a greater, like a higher level of crime that was forcing them to do this, and they were going to show up at the old lady's house like in the next 10 minutes. And the old ladies didn't know it, but their house was bugged. And I went around and I found like 5 or 6 of the little microphones that they, or like whatever it is, hidden around. And I held them all up in my hand and I said, "Looks like I found these." But I yelled it and I cringed immediately after because I was like, I didn't sound like Batman. Why didn't I say that like Batman? Like I could have said, "Looks like I found," but I said, "Looks like I found these." And it was like loud, but it worked because the people outside, there were 2 gangsters. They showed up. For some reason, they were wearing the like earphones. And when I screamed, "Looks like I found these," they threw them off their head like it hurt their ears. And I was like, well, at least thank goodness for that. So the first guy comes in and I start fighting him and I hit him a few times and I'm thinking he should have gone down. Like I feel so weak. You know how it is in dreams. But then at that moment, I remembered I'm Batman. I was like, this suit should make me stronger anyways. Like I'm already strong, but this suit should really do something here. So after I remembered that, I folded him in half with 2 punches and he was done. So then the second guy came in, the second gangster, dressed like a construction worker, like a disguise, like he had the construction vest on. And he came at me. He's like, 4 or 5 inches taller than me. And I knocked him twice real good and he went limp. And I grabbed him under the arms and I threw him up so I could bash the ceiling. But when I looked up, it was like a 2-story ceiling. So he didn't go high enough. I caught him again and I was like, "We're gonna hit the ceiling with you, all right?" And I threw him up like a toddler and he just kept going up higher and higher. And like on the 5th time, like he just kept getting closer to the 2-story ceiling. And I was tossing him up like a kid. It's maybe because I have a baby now. Finally, on like the 5th or 6th time, he slammed into the ceiling and he came down and like I was gonna catch him, but he hit like a cabinet and he rolled off and then he stood up all kind of like woozy and he had stuff sticking out of his arm and he was all right, but I saved the day. And for some reason I like throwing people into the ceilings. Well, that's what I was doing last night with my head on the pillow, so.